In the earlier lessons, we saw how we can build out a quiz application from scratch, just connecting to an API. So now it's up to you. There's a number of different APIs out there on the web. There's a Star Wars API, for instance, that can pull information about Star Wars people. So we've got information about Luke Skywalker, height, mass, blonde hair, skin color, and so on. So you can make use of these various APIs, try them out, and pull in that data and then output that data within your web page. There's also the random user API. So this is another really good one. I'm just going to list it in here as commented. So you could really easily just swap these out and try out different APIs here. And there's a number of ways to customize this. So you can go into vehicles, so you don't have to go people. You could go planets, and you see all the information that gets returned back. You can just do planets by itself, and that's going to list out a whole count of them. So if you wanted to practice looping through multiple values, you can do that as well here. So you've got results, and then you can loop through all of those results as well. So go ahead, try this out for yourself, and you can also see that there's a follow-up page, so page 2, page 3, so you can practice looping through all the different pages as well. And build this out in your application, try it out, practice working with Ajax and the various APIs that are online. And you can always Google for additional APIs. If you do run into some problems, go ahead and try it out on CodePen and see if that fixes any of the CORS issues that you might be having locally. So they don't all work locally. So that's just a word of advice. And some of them do need some type of authentication or token or key. So always keep that in mind as well. So unless you've actually created the API, you don't really have a whole lot of control on accessing it and making use for it. So you have to go through and filter through ones that work. So always try it first before you go through the trouble of building out all of the coding, and try it out, because it doesn't mean that necessarily if it works in your browser, it's going to also work within your local application. So try it out first, create a really simple Ajax request, have a URL, and then just simply try it out and see if you can return the data. And if you can return the data, then you're all good to continue to build out the application. Also, continue to practice with Ajax, pulling in data and outputting it within your web page.